gracias.
Hello, hello. We're just getting started. Also, if I sound like I'm talking slightly weirdly, I just got a tongue piercing and the swelling has just gone down to the point where I could talk normally, but I still have a little bit of a lisp going on. So if I sound funny, no I don't. Oh my gosh, I already have 23 hours into this game. Yeah, that's mostly why I didn't have stream on Thursday, because I got it done on Wednesday. And I was like, there ain't no way. There ain't no way. But it's okay. It's gone down. We're good. I mean, it was also partly because it was the 4th of July and I wanted to hang out with my family, but like part of it too was the fact that like I just could not talk. I was just sitting there like huge tongue in my mouth, like I cannot speak. But yeah, hopefully we're almost done collecting all the fossils I need to. Ooh, you guys go to Fluffy? Dude, I love that comedian. One of the funniest comedians of our time, man. Like, genuinely, I'm so jealous of you. He's so good. Oh, that's so cool. So you got to just, like, see in person, like, someone who inspired you to voice act. That's so cool. Honestly, I would flip out if I ever met, like, oh my gosh, yeah, if you could have met him, that'd be so cool. Hello, Gav. How you doing? Honestly, the fact that you got to go to his show, though, I'm so jealous. Oh no, I didn't know it'd be so... Why are all of these so fragile? Oh my gosh, I would be too. You're like, he was right there. You're like, I could have gone and met him in person. He was right there. Honestly, I think the only person I'd be more jealous of being able to meet would be Taylor Tomlinson, because she's my personally favorite comedian. But like, oh my gosh, Fluffy's also like one of the funniest comedians ever. Like, I'm genuinely so jealous of you. I'm also trying to think of ideas of what we could do when I get to the point where I have to grind levels. Because, like, I want to 100% complete the, like, decks, or whatever they call it in this game. But like you mentioned before, that's going to take 100%, like, getting everyone level 12 to get the chickens. So we might have, like... We might just have it be casual and have it just be like a watch party or something, or what have you. Who knows? Maybe I'll be interesting enough that everyone's like, wow, we're just watching her do the same thing over and over and over again. This is so fun. Either that or we could, like, have breaks and do something else. Like, for every 2 hours of grinding, you get to play 5 minutes of something else. He was like, yeah, tell him! That's so cute. Imagine being the baby who was burbling during a show and he was like, yeah, tell him. Like, honestly, if I was that baby, I wouldn't need to do anything else. Yeah, honestly, that is a really good day. Like, totally jealous. Ooh. I was also off on July 4th because obviously my days off are usually Thursday, Friday. And usually on holidays we still come in. And then it's like a half day where, like, basically you do a basic amount of cleaning, you make sure the dogs are fed, you make sure they're walked, stuff like that. And I heard apparently that, like, 3 out of the 5 competent, or like 3 or 4 out of the 5 competent people were not there that day. And apparently it was a shit show. Ooh, you have an early... Oh, you got an iPad. Congrats. Honestly, I need to dig my old iPad out and start making art on it. Because I feel like... Because I'm always like, man, I should draw more. And then I don't actually go out of my way to draw more. I could do it while gaming. I can do it. But, like, so apparently there was 1 person out of 5 that were, like, competent people that were there on July 4th for holiday cleaning. And it was apparently a shit show. I feel so bad for my coworker because I love her to pieces. And she's, like, one of the nicest people I know. And apparently even she was, like, losing her mind because of how incompetent everyone else was being. And I was just hearing her relate to me, like, apparently there were people who were, like, claiming they cleaned things, but then they weren't. And then there were some people who, like, went home early even though they weren't supposed to leave until they were dismissed. Because with holiday cleaning, you have to make sure that everything's done before you can leave. And, like, she had to take over, like, 2 other people's jobs because nothing was getting done. Oh my gosh. It was irritating enough that, like, I wish I had been there so I could have helped mitigate some of these issues. And the holiday pay wouldn't have been bad. I just... Usually with stuff like that, you can, like, swap your days. I just, like, forgot that July 4th was coming up. And that it was a holiday. So, like, I didn't switch my days that I was working so I could be working the holiday. But I'll be doing that in the future. I'm like, yeah, I need to be there. Because it can't just be her. And even, like, one of the team leads apparently was causing issues. Which wasn't great. Because the problem is right now, because we're at an animal shelter, unfortunately there's a high like turnaround rate for people who work here just because it's a lot of work, and it doesn't really pay as well as a lot of people would like. I mean, I get paid $17 an hour, which is definitely better than minimum wage, but that's still not like great according to some people. So there's that. So we have a whole bunch of new people because like I think I'm now classified as one of the people who have been here longer than like the average person who's been here, because there's like one person who's been here for 11 years, and then there's like a handful of people who've been here for a year, and then most of the people are like they've been there for a month, or it's not just a month. People have been there for like at most like 3 or 4 months. And so the thing is too is that like the lead who was causing issues on 4th of July is also the one who keeps like being in charge of training people. And the thing is he doesn't know how to train people. He just kind of puts them in a room and then like vaguely explains what they're supposed to do all in one go and then leaves them in the room. And the thing is that that's just creating more problems down the road. Anyway. So check reaction mission. You weren't allowed to record or take pictures. Yeah. That's unfortunate. But, I mean, that's what Photoshop is for, baby. Just find a picture of Fluffy and then, just, you know, edit your character's soy jack facing to it. Okay, that's really cool. When they take photos with the crowd too. And you're like, I was there. I'm in that picture. You can't see me, but I'm there. But yeah, I do really love my job. It's just like right now there's a lot of small things that are kind of building up into a big thing that is going to be an issue. There's also one person who like put in her 2 weeks like a month ago, but then she keeps pushing it off because she keeps having issues. But the thing is that ever since she put in her 2 weeks, like already when she was there, she was not doing a great job, but she was at least being serviceable with it. But like as soon as she put in that original 2 weeks, like her quality declined immediately and horrifically. And I feel like it's getting to the point where like the supervisors are getting ready to ask her to just leave, whether she has a job lined up where she's going or not, because she's causing more issues than she's solving. Nobody really likes her that much because she keeps like critiquing what other people are doing, despite the fact that she never gets any of her work done, like at all. Everyone always has to go help her because she never gets her work done on time. And then there's also the fact that like she was supposed to have left a month ago. Well, 2 weeks ago, whatever. She was supposed to be gone by now, and she's not, and she keeps pushing it off and not giving like a set date of when she's supposed to be out. But the original reason that she had pushed off the date was because she was trying to like, I think it was she was trying to close on her house that they were selling because they're moving someplace because her dad's having medical issues or something. I don't know. But like, that's finally been closed. So that issue should have been solved. But she still hasn't put in her new 2 weeks. So I don't know what she's doing hanging around now. But she also is one of the people who is like, she'll take like 40-minute to hour-long breaks in between cleaning rooms, which means that her shit's not getting done. So other people have to take extra time out of their day to go help her because her rooms are never clean. And she also will just wander off in the middle of doing stuff. Yay! But anyway, that's all work stuff. Has anyone seen any cool rocks lately? I feel like cool rocks are a fun topic. The other day, one of my coworkers found a piece of wood that literally looks like an alligator head. It was actually really cool. I wish I had gotten a picture of it. It's just a pearl. Excusez-moi. I mean, I guess it's a pearl, but like, dang. Just a small one? With all that cleaning? I'm genuinely afraid that this one's gonna be a soft. Nope. Okay. Ooh! You saw a geode that looks like jaw with teeth, and we might have to do cleaning, but like it shouldn't be like this bad because like the reason there's so many fossils I have to clean is because I finally got the 4th fossil chip, so I'm basically having to go back to all the places I've been before to clean. I don't know if this mod has it. I probably could speed it up, but I don't know if this mod has it. And I'm gonna be honest with how awful my computer is on its own. I don't know if I really want to add in another factor. I'm using Desmume, so it probably does have that feature. But the problem is that my laptop is really shitty. And the thing is that like just by playing the emulator, it overheats. And I really would not like to add something else that would make its processor overheat itself more. Oh, and Desmume doesn't even have a speed up. Okay. It's fine. The geode that looks like a jaw with teeth is so cool, though, honestly. Oh, already? Alright, I will be back. My food is here. And it will take me at most, like, 15 minutes, but it shouldn't take too terribly long. You guys get... I'll put the music back on for you guys. Ooh, it was a small rock, but it was still cool. Okay. Go ahead and turn that off, and then I'll just give... Oh my gosh, why did you turn that on? Shh. Okay. And I have to find where my... There it is. Yeah, I will be right back. Have some wonderful background Pokemon music while I go eat.
actually gonna make noise away from the microphone.
Can you say something now? Please? Please?
Yeah, it's good enough. Hopefully they heard that. Mwah. Anyway, if you heard that meowing, that was my cat Ellie. I was trying to get her to say hello. Turn that off and turn the game music back on. Okay. Ooh, excuse me. I don't know if you heard me burp, but ugh. I had Applebee's tonight, it was pretty good. I sound so Midwestern saying that though. I had Applebee's. Welcome to Applebee's. Would you like the apple or the bees? I had the bees this time, you know. Normally I get the apple, but I thought I'd be a little out there tonight, so I had the bees. I have to say, they were very friendly. Once you got past the, like, they were angry because they were disturbed thing, you know? I do have, like, a huge fear that I'm gonna go off and eat. I'm gonna come back to, like, my stream having, like, blown itself up. Like, genuinely, every time I leave to go eat, I'm, like, in the back of my head, I'm like, okay, if my stream blows up while I'm not here, I can do nothing to fix it. Like, local streamer bothers to go eat, and their stream blows up. That sounds like an Onion article. Local streamer dares to go eat while stream implodes. Oof. Oh hey, I also had his legs. Good on me. Hello. I'm playing Fossil Fighters. Fun.
Okay. Ba-da-dum. I always forget how boppin' the music is in this game until I play it. And I'm like, I do genuinely like this music. Wish I could, like, buy it and, like, play it as my background music in my life. Like, not even, like, just for streams. I'd be like, yeah, this is just my life soundtrack now. Like, anytime I have any kind of oopsie doodle at work, I could just be like, cleaning failure sound. And it would still fit because I clean for like 98% of my job. It's just not fossils. I'm cleaning up after dogs and cats instead. Oh my gosh. Today I was so embarrassed though, because I was cleaning the puppy receiving room, which is where they put like incoming like small dogs and puppies when they first come in, because like, you know, we don't know what they have and we don't know where they're coming from and stuff like that until we like check them out and process them and all that. So I was cleaning in there and it wasn't like the worst, but it was like pretty full today because there was 12 dogs in there, and I was almost done cleaning the room and I was walking across the floor and I slipped on something and I fell hard on my ass. And I'm just glad that I have like butt cheeks, because I fell straight on my left one and it took the entire impact, and I was like, man, that hurt. But you know what hurt more? My pride. I'm just glad no one saw me. Because imagine trying to live that down. You're like, I don't even know what I slipped on. I think I just slipped on like water or something. It wasn't even a room that's like normally slippery, like, because there are some rooms, like, for some reason the floor that they use is just more slippery than others, and I don't know if it's just because like the texture of it or whatever, but it wasn't even one of those rooms. It was just a regular old room. Are you going somewhere? Have fun. I have to say, getting the... Don't. Why are we doing the loading circle of death? Don't. I will say getting the tongue piercing itself wasn't bad. I know parts about Undertale. Oh, Story of Undertale, the song? I don't think I've heard of the song. I don't... Most of what I know about Undertale is through my friend, who I also don't think has played the game. But she interacted with a lot of artists who were in the fandom. So, ooh, I don't know. It sounds interesting, though. It's so bad it's good. Honestly, unironically, that's how I feel about the song Carkalicious, which is a Homestuck fan-made cover of Fergalicious, and it's so funny, but it's so funny that it's so bad that it's like good. Literally, I still have it in my playlist to this day, and I will readily admit to that, because I'm not ashamed of my hobbies like I probably should be. Oh, Undertale Yellow is a prequel? I thought... Fan game. So is Undertale Yellow, like, canon now? Or is it still just, like, a fanon thing that could happen? Because I've heard of Undertale Yellow. But I also don't know very much about that. Pretty much all I know about Undertale is that, like, there's multiple paths you can take based on the choices you make. And then there's, like, a genocide route where you kill everyone, a pacifist route where nobody dies, and then, a lot of memes about Sans Undertale. Ooh, I got Triceratops' body. Get in there. Okay, so Undertale Yellow was technically canon. Okay. I'm gonna say it's in one of those, like, gray areas where it's, like, kind of canon and kind of not. But, like, people are allowed to do whatever they want, man. Like, I just don't think they should harass the creator over it, personally. Get off my asphalt. Yeah, so I mean, like, it could be canon. I just, like, I don't know enough about, like, the actual, like, game. Or, like, either of the games, actually. Yeah, I couldn't say either way. I'm just like, meh, it could be. I mean, yeah, as someone who also has not played Earthbound, that means nothing to me. But, I'm sure it's a great Earthbound fan game. I also know that, like, Undertale was just technically, like, a pre-game he made to practice making games. Because, from what I've heard, Deltarune was, the game that he originally wanted to make. Because he saw, like, part of it in a dream or something. But he wanted practice in making a game first. Oh, you're just gonna ask if I knew. Yeah, no. I don't know things like that. Yeah, I don't even know how I get information, man. It just comes to me in weird channels. Oh, I'm aware that it's not pronounced Deltarune, but at this point, it's funnier if I pronounce it wrong. Mostly because it annoys my little brother, and at this point, I'm doing everything I can to annoy him. So, Deltarune it is. I don't know whose feet these are, but I am mucking it up for them. I hope you like having bad cartilage, dude, because that's what you're getting with these. I can relate. I also have bad cartilage in my knees. Yeah. I definitely am a sister. It's why I pronounce like 50% of Pokemon names wrong, because he keeps trying to correct me on them. Because, like, it bugs him, and I'm like, well, obviously, if it's gonna bug him, I gotta keep doing it. It's the power vested in me of being an older sister. I'm legally required to get on his nerves. And on his nerves, I will get. That was a lot of damage. We need some flex tape in here. Because that was a lot of damage. I've been playing so much Honkai Star Rail too in my free time, man. Like, because there's a new character coming out that I really want, so I've been like trying to collect the currency needed so I can like summon that character. Yes. Usually, it's not always with every Pokemon name, but like 9 times out of 10, if I'm pronouncing a Pokemon's name wrong, I know fully that, like, I am pronouncing it wrong. I've just blatantly chosen not to fix my original pronunciation of how, because 9 times out of 10, I'll look at a Pokemon name, and then I'll pronounce it how I think it's supposed to be pronounced just by looking at it, without looking at, like, you know, the little pronunciation guide that's with it, and then my brother will get huffy about it and try to correct me, and I'm like, oh, we're pronouncing it this way for the rest of time. So, like, yeah, if I say something like Rayquaza instead of Rayquaza, like, it is 100% because I know it pisses my brother off. Also, it's, like, a game, and it's funnier to pronounce them wrong, because then people are like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, I know exactly what I'm talking about.
I'm just doing it the funny way. I don't even remember what the funniest one that I mispronounced was. But, there was one that he was arguing with me over it for like an hour because I was pronouncing it so wrong. And he was like, I can't with you. I really should figure out what Pokemon that is. Yeah, I'm sure there's 100% reasons why, like, people pronounce names, like, one way or another. Like, because of what the, like, the words that the Pokemon name is coming from. And but the thing is that I would pronounce that Quasar, not Quasar. And that's probably where, I'm having issues, too. So I'm like, yeah, Quasar. So Rayquaza. But... you know, that's what happens when you grow up reading more than talking to people. And you also grow up with English being your main language, where the rules are made up anyway. Like, literally, English rules are put together with spit and glitter glue. They don't make any sense. Why do you think there are so many classes on it that we have to take growing up? I know there was one that really ticked him off because I pronounced it. So, the Pokemon is, I think it's supposed to be Sobble, because it's like for sobbing, but I pronounced it Sobble. And he was like, it's Sobble, like sobbing. I'm like, okay, well now I have to pronounce it Sobble. Because the thing is, one...
Anna, I can hear you over my music all the way up here.
Okay. Sorry. Both Super Dude Bros and Super Astrology Women have their own forms of discrimination. The Dude Bros have alpha, beta shit, and the women's have star signs. Exactly. No one is safe from discrimination. These people have decided. And they've done it in the funniest way possible. I think I have one more I have to clean. Yeah. Alright, let's get that one clean. Yeah, the star signs have elements, and what fucks me up is that, what is it called? Aquarius isn't even a water sign. And I'm like, what's the point of naming it Aquarius if it's like an air sign or something? I don't even know what element mine is. If I had to pick, I would assume it's Earth because I'm a Taurus. Because that sounds familiar. But like, yeah, Aquarius is the, no, Pisces is the two fish. Aquarius is the, jar that pours out water. At least that's usually how I see the symbol being represented. But it's literally like water. Why isn't it a water sign? I don't know if Pisces is a water sign either, though. I feel like that's something I should look up. No, like the star sign, Taurus. I was talking about the star sign. Cause the star sign is spelled Taurus. No, the star sign is spelled Taurus, like you spelled it originally. Yeah, star signs are so fun. Man, now I feel like I gotta look up what the star sign elements are. Who the hell called me? Okay, whatever.
Star sign elements. Yeah, okay, so the fire signs are Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The earth signs are Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The air signs are Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. The water signs are Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Which doesn't make any sense to me because Aquarius' symbol is literally like wavy water lines, but whatever. Just goes to show how little is actually scientific about it. But it's fine. It's fine. Oh, hey. I even had a better fossil this time. Look at me go. Yeah, honestly, how I see it is that, like, using star signs to, like, as, like, a quirky way to introduce yourself, like, oh, I'm a Taurus, like, you know, it could just be, like, a simple fun fact. It's when people take it so far as to be like, oh, the stars can predict your whole personality based on, like, the time and place you were born, and it'll predict, like, what types of people will be a good match for you, and blah, 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 and that's when it starts getting a little creepy. Or when people try to be like, oh, these star signs have, like, this horoscope, so, like, oh, so for this month, you should watch out because you're a Taurus, and your Mars is in retrograde, and so you're going to be angry about everything. It's like, okay. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, star signs themselves are not based on actual science. It's just kind of like something that people put together and slapped, you know, slapped some things together. Well, and then there was also that huge kerfuffle not too long ago because, where there was like that 13th, like there was like that 13th star sign that they wanted to introduce, and a lot of people, like half the people were really mad about it because it was going to throw off everything else, and then the other half were really excited about it because they're like, oh, we can have a 13th one so we can fully explore the more intricateness of human sexuality or whatever. Yeah, technically there's one per month, but there was like, I don't remember what it was called, but it's like Apocrypha or something. I just remember it's a snake. Its sign is a snake. And they were considering putting it into the rotation, and I was like, this isn't just more science, that this is whack, because if it was based on science, you couldn't just add in, like, another one. There's 12 months. You can't just add a 13th month because you want another one. Honestly, snakes are super cool. And the only reason I know that there's a 13th one at all is because of the anime Fairy Tail, which has all of the signs as, like, you know, represented as keys in the game. I don't remember where I got you from. Yeah, snakes don't have eyelids. They have like an inner membrane that keeps their eyes protected, but they don't actually have like eyelids like we do. So they don't need to blink. Oh yeah, isn't it so weird? It's just a limbless lizard. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, so I have all of those. Do I have... Oh, I probably should also go see if there are any... Time to feed the part of my brain that tells me to go play Doom. Let me see if they're... Because sometimes it's easier to find the fossil rocks if you just buy them from the shop. Unfortunately, the farther you get in, the harder it is for them to have, you know, the fossils that you need. No, I'm good. Okay. That one. Honestly, Doom being a core part of your game is probably not... It's not bad. There are worse games that could take up your whole time. And honestly, Doom is a pretty baller game. Okay, so I have all of your pieces, do I not? Yes. I have all of your pieces. And I have all of your pieces. Do I have all of Goyle's pieces? Where is he? Yes, okay. Eat breakfast, cleaners, do voice lines, play Doom Eternal for 3 hours, and then end my day. Honestly, that's not a bad day. I wake up 5 days of my week. I go to work. On my break, usually on my break, I'll play one of my phone games. And then you can get Tarbo in the first area. I feel like it would just be easier to get him. I feel like it would just be easier to get him if I bought him in the fucking store. Okay. And then... Yeah, I was just looking at that. It's like, it's 1%. I'm mostly just checking to make sure I have fossils. I'm mostly, like, the ones that are, like, not as difficult to find. I'm mostly just making sure I have those pieces. The ones that are 1%, I'm probably just gonna try and get through the store, because it'll be easier that way. So we have Cardchar, all of Neo's. We have all of Carno's. Yeah, honestly, cost of living here in the Midwest is not as bad as I've heard other places, so... Where the hell is Centro? Well, because there's Andrarch. Do I not even have Centro? Okay, so I have all of his pieces. Do I not have Centro? What is he? 76? Oh, I do. I just went right past him. Okay. And I have all of his pieces. Okay, cool. Okay, so I've gotten all of the Vivisaur parts that I'm going to be able to find in Greenhorn Plains without, like, grinding, and I really don't feel like grinding Greenhorn Plains for Tarbo. I would literally rather just try to buy his, his fossils. Yeah, honestly, part of the problem is that right now there's, like, issues where jobs are saying that they want more people, but then they're not. Like, they say that they're hiring to, like, increase their stock shares, but then they're not actually hiring. It's really annoying. Okay. So obviously I need to go back to Rivet Ravine for him, but I have Electro. I have Megalo. And I think I just got the last piece for Coatless. Did I not? Yes. Okay. And then I know I have all of Metria's pieces. Yeah, like that's the thing. Like right now, like a lot of people are saying that they're hiring, but then like they're not actually hiring. And it's kind of a huge issue, and I feel like something's got to give at this point. And it'll either be cuz like there are a lot of people who are wanting jobs and they're perfectly qualified to work. It's just like no one's hiring. So I need to go back and get Hipsy. And I think I have all of Goyo's parts. Yes. And then, do I even have that area? I don't know if I have... Well, I have Serato, I think. 38. Yeah, I just started getting Serato's pieces, so I have that area unlocked somewhat. And Igua. And then Lambio. Okay. I might have also just bought those pieces. Anyway. Giganto you can find. How much you want to... Oh, they're rare Vivosaurus. Well, I found a piece of Secho, which was nice. Yeah, it's just... Unfortunately, it's part of the crisis right now. And it majorly sucks for everyone. Like, when I was trying to find a job after my internship was finishing up, I applied to 30 different places, and of those 30 jobs I applied to, only 3 replied. One was, like, a rejection. One of them was to set up, an interview, but then, you know, they never actually... And then they didn't actually call back, so there was that. And then, the only other place was the one where I work at now. And I'm like, I really don't want to try and go to another place because getting jobs really sucks right now. What about Nado? Looks like I'm mostly just gonna have to look all around Rivet Ravine. And we have Tricera. Yeah, most of his pieces. Yeah, it's just rough times going around for everyone. And then there's also the fact that like minimum wage hasn't really been raising up as fast as like prices have been. And it's just kind of a whole can of worms of bad. What is my fighter level? My level... Okay, so I'm level 6. So there's areas that I cannot access yet. Okay, that's all I needed to know. Alright, let's go back to Rivet Ravine. Yeah, like that's the thing, like there's a reason that the like birth rate in America has been like just so like gradually decreasing, and it's because like people are not financially stable enough to be having kids. But then like, you know, younger generations get blamed for the decreasing birth rate, even though, you know, we don't have the money to support kids. But then we also get blamed if we have kids if we can't support them, so it's kind of a lose-lose situation if you ask me. But anyway. Metria, how about you go somewhere else so I can find your buddies that I'm supposed to be digging up? No, yeah, I guess so. It's just kind of a whole lot of suck on top of things sucking. So it's, yeah. In brighter news, though, Epic the Musical released a new chapter today, or a new, like, album for their thing today. I don't know. I think they call them albums for their sagas. Either way, so they released the newest chapter, and it's the one about Scylla and, like, the men eating Apollo's cow, like, from his herd of cows. And it's so good. If you ever heard Epic the Musical, I would so recommend listening to the albums that they have out right now. Because the motives. The motives are so good. It's also just genuinely really good music. And he's been releasing it since like 2020 or something. It might not be that long. But he's been releasing it for a while. And like, it's not a fully made musical because he's still working on it. But so far, it's been really cool. Wah, wah, wah. Yeah, the only reason I heard of it is because, one of the artists I follow that I was following on YouTube for a different musical started making animatics to the song music from Epic the Musical. And, that's how I found out about it, but it's mostly, from what I can tell, it's mostly been going on TikTok, but I don't have a TikTok, so I don't know what goes on over there. And it's probably a good thing, all things considered. Okay, make sure there's not any rocks in the middle I missed. Okay, to the next area. And I don't need to bother searching out here because I have all of these ones. And I think that one's still closed. Yep. Okay. But yeah, I really recommend listening to Epic the Musical because it's really good. The music's really awesome. What do you mean update my YouTube? If you're talking about, because like I have things set up on a schedule, so like videos come out Monday, Wednesday, Friday on there, or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or whatever I have it set up as. And if you're talking about the officially unofficial thing, I'm keeping it as that because I think it's funny. And I did that on purpose. But yeah, I mostly call it unofficial because I'm not making any promises that I'll remember to keep updating it. Oh. Yeah. The thing is that like my main problem with making videos is that I would need time to, one, learn how to edit, and two, actually edit videos. And I just don't know if I have that kind of time. Because, like, I'm working 41 hours a week. I'm streaming 9 hours a week. I have to sleep. And I hang out with my friends. And I also need personal time to just kind of, like, veg out on my bed. So, I don't know. It's something I might look into in the future, but I don't know if it's something I want to, like... It's not something that's, like, a priority for me at the moment. I don't know if I need... Do I have all... I could have sworn I had all the ones in here, but I'm not actually sure if I do or not. But yeah, so right now, I'm mostly just putting VODs up there because that's what I have the time to do. You can have it. I don't need it that bad. And we gotta do all the battles, because doing the battles means we get battle points, which we need. And then, of course, once we max out a dinosaur's battle points and they're level 12, it means we put a new one in. Because, of course, I mean, there's still plenty of story left, but the more that we cycle through while we're doing the actual story mode and, like, fossil collection, the less strain is gonna put on me later. And it'll feel less like pulling teeth when I do that. I don't have enough for that. Well. Take him out to the ball game. But yeah, I don't know, it's something I've considered. I've considered making videos instead of just posting the VODs. But that'll be it's not really a priority thing right now though. Cause like, I mostly just stream for fun. And I don't actually know if I would like the editing process. And I don't want to commit to like editing videos and posting them if I don't end up liking the process. So like, I might in the future, I might try and edit a video to make one. It's just like, it'll probably take a couple of tries before I actually like get the hang of it. And then like, if I don't end up liking the process, then like, I'm not gonna keep doing it, because I'm not really doing this for like fame or anything. If I happen to get to a point where I am able to make money off of this, that would be cool. Because, you know, I do work. Because while I do work, like, you know, an in real life person job, having a couple extra dollars here and there is never a bad thing. And for the most part, even if I did make money from this, that money would probably just go back into, like, making things for the channel. Either that or going to feed me so I could keep making videos. Either way. And Electro is close to being level 12, so it will be close to having to trade him out for a new water type. Which will be fun. Man, it's gonna be so sad to give up M-Rapture though. Like, I'll do it, and I'll complain about it. But I will do it. It must be done. I like his little barks. But yeah, for the most part, I'm happy with just posting the VODs on my channel, and then like if something is funny enough to me, I will mark it and make a highlight out of it, and then usually that highlight also gets posted on YouTube. But for the most part, oh my gosh, 100% run on Nightmare, and you missed one thing. I remember my dad was talking about how he was playing through Tomb Raider and he was trying to 100% it. But there's like items near the beginning of the game that like you have to know where to go find them. Like when the story is happening then. Because you can't go back and get them. Man, I would have been so pissed if I'd find that out. Because I'm definitely someone who like, for the first, like, it doesn't have to be necessarily the first playthrough. But I'm a person who like at least one time when I'm playing a game, I have to 100% complete it. If it's a game that has like collectibles or things, and it just like bugs my brain until I complete that. But yeah, right now the main reason, the thing is that I'm mostly just happy with having like the VODs up because it's mostly just there as like an archive. It's not really meant to be a thing to bring more people in. It's more of just a, like, hey, if you like my videos and you want to watch one again in particular, here they are. I wouldn't really mind if someone wanted to like go through and like if they were watching them and they found a moment that they thought was funny that I hadn't clipped and they wanted to like make clips out of that. Like I would not mind if someone did that. I just don't really have the time, or I just don't really care that much. For lack of a better term, just cuz like I said, I do this for fun and I don't really want to make playing video games into like content in the traditional sense. And like I'm mostly, like I said, I'm using YouTube as like an archive of you know, streams I've done, and then because this is the way they're on there and they're not monetized, and they probably never will be monetized just because, you know, I have music and stuff on that is technically copyrighted and stuff, which is fine. And then, you know, I do also make highlights out of things that I find funny if I remember to mark them during the stream. And I think that's good enough for me. Because I'm very much a person of the mindset of, like, I don't need to monetize all of my hobbies. Like, if something I do happens to make money, then, like, you know, that's fine. But I'm not going to go out of my way to make money out of it. Like, with streaming, I've, like, you know, it's getting really exciting because, like, I'm excited because there are people, like, coming to my streams. So now I have, like, more than a 0.5, you know, like, audience average for my streams, which is cool. And if I get to the point where I do make money off of my streams, that would be really awesome. But it's never going to be something that is going to be a priority of mine. Unless it happens just, like, organically. Like, I'm not going to go out of my way to, like, promote my channel beyond, like, what I post on Tumblr. And like, what I post on YouTube. I'm not really going to try and fight an algorithm. Because at the end of the day, I'm lucky enough to have like, a job that I can depend on. And this is just kind of like a side hobby that I do. Ooh. Oh, you missed a toy? Yeesh. I hate when I miss, like, one small thing in a playthrough. Especially if it's something that, like, is easily missable. Because, like, I know it shouldn't be that big of a deal, but it feels like a super huge deal. And honestly, if there's a particular like moment that you find funny and you want to share it, you can always just make a clip of it. And then you could always post that. Like, I will never say, like, oh, you can't do that. Like, because there's it's a little, like, it looks like a movie, like the thing they go, like, action with, and then, like, click it. Like, you can always hit that, and then you can clip something. I mean, it would be cool if I could make this my job, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if I would ever want it to be my full-time job. Just because, like, I have fun doing this, don't get me wrong. But I feel like I would be so stagnated. I feel like I would want to be able, I would want to have, like, another job outside of this. So, like, I feel like I could make this a full-time job if I did really well with it. But, like, I would also want to keep, like, an outside world job just because, like, I already have chronic pain issues. And the fact that I'm going outside and, like, doing hard work labor means that I'm, like, getting my joints moving and stuff. And ever since I started the job at the shelter I work at now, I've actually noticed an increase of mobility and, like, a decrease in, like, general joint pain. Just because, like, I'm getting my joints moving and I'm drinking more water because, you know, I'm doing more hard work and then all of that stuff. So I feel like even if I did pop off really well with streaming, I still would want it to be, like, in tandem with me doing an in real life job where I'm doing something. Let's see. We probably should have one. Let's have you. Alright, you have 3 bones. You have 4 bones, right? Cool, perfect. But yeah, thanks that you're reading for me. I mean, it's not like I was saying I wouldn't want to make videos. It's just like there's a lot of, for my video, like my YouTube channel, it's just like I'm just aware of how much energy and time it's going to take, and I'm not sure I have that energy and time at the moment. But who knows? Maybe I'll look around and decide I like it. I don't need the Steige head. I really don't. I know I said I was going to do every fossil battle, but, like, if it's for a Steige head, they can just have it. And honestly, like, I've been having good traction the way that I've been doing it. Like, I've noticed, like, every month I have more people tuning in. Even if it's just for, like, a little bit. I have a nice routine going on, which I appreciate. And I do have ideas for what I'll add, like, what I'm thinking I'm going to add to the channel. If I ever get to a point where I, you know, become it's not partner. An affiliate? I think it's affiliate, because partner is when you make, like, the big bucks, and I don't know if I'll ever get to that point, which is fine. But if I ever become an affiliate, I already have, like, ideas of what I would want to do for emotes. I already have ideas of what I would eventually want, like, the sub badges to look like. Even if it's just, like, a rough, barely there idea. And all that good stuff. But I am also excited. Okay, so I did buy I did buy new games because GameStop was having a buy 2 pre-owned game sale, get one free. And so I bought 6 new games and I'm really excited. So I got like Lego City Undercover, which I know will be a fun game because it's like a Lego game and there is not a single Lego game that is not at least somewhat fun. And you can't convince me otherwise. And then there's also Cult of the Lamb. Although I don't know if the Switch version of Cult of the Lamb has the Twitch, like... Because I know, like, with the online one, there's, like, a Twitch thing that you can hook it up to so that, like, your audience can become, like, followers of, like, your in-game cult. I don't know if the Switch version has that, so I'll have to look into that. But it's still a game I'm excited to play, or at least excited to try. And then I also got a Five Nights at Freddy's, like, game pack. So it has the first 4 games plus sister location. And I'm going to be so for real. I am such a scaredy pants when it comes to horror games. But, like, it'll be so fun to watch me be scared about things, because I'm going to react to, like, every single thing. So that is one of... I know that's a game in particular I'm going to try and start playing in September or October, because, like, you know, spooky vibes. And then I'll probably play it until I finish those games, just because it'll be fun. Honestly, 2 is a really good game, which is fair. I'm gonna be honest, the only reason I can afford to splurge on video games is because I still live at home. So most of my income is going into savings, and I'm aware that I'm privileged that way. Let's see, what else did I get? I also got a Bakugan game, which I'm gonna be honest, there's not a single Bakugan game that is, like, objectively a good game. But I have so much fun playing them, so it'll be a good time. And then, what else did I get? I think I got Sonic Frontiers. Because, like, I have never actually played a Sonic game before, and I've heard that Sonic Frontiers is really funny. And I was like, well, if we're gonna start playing a Sonic game, we might as well play that one. And then... I can't remember if I've said all 6 yet or not. If I haven't said the 6th one, I don't know what it is, though, that I haven't said, though. But, they're supposed to be coming sometime this week. Because the nice thing about GameStop is that once you're spending, like, I think it's $45, you get free shipping. But it also means that I have to wait, like, you know, 1 to 3 business days for them to come. Ooh, what'd you have for dinner? I had Applebee's. And I tastefully chose the bees today because I always get the apples, and I decided I wanted to be a little different today. Ooh, fish and chips. 1, 2, CD, and 3, and Knuckles. I'm gonna be honest, I was mostly just looking at Switch games because I know it's games that, like, my stream can support. Let's see. Oh, the last one was Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. That's what it was. Yeah, so I got, just to recap, I got Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX because the copy I was borrowing from my brother, I'm no longer allowed to borrow. So I had to get my own copy. And then I'm getting the new Bakugan, well, I'm getting a Bakugan game. I don't know if it's the newest one. And then, oh, Sonic Origins has all of them on it. I don't even know if they... Oh. Well... I'm gonna be honest, I mostly just went based off of what games were already on my to buy list. So I didn't really search that hard. But I have Sonic Frontiers. And then what were the other ones? I was just looking at it. And then we got Lego City Undercover, Five Nights at Freddy's, which is the first game, or it's the first 4 games plus Sister Location, and I'm gonna be such a scaredy baby over playing it. I swear. Cause I don't normally play horror games that much. I think I'm also gonna play through BioShock on here at some point. I might just try and make like October until I finish those games like spooky games. Well, it'll be 2 spooky games and 1 not spooky game. I'm gonna be honest, because I am a wimp. But we'll also see how I'm feeling with playing scary games. We might also just make it so that I play like 1 Five Nights at Freddy's game, and then like we could also be playing BioShock at the same time, but then it just has like, it'll be 1 day a week that's scary games, and then like the rest of the week is just like happier games that don't freak me the fuck out. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, Five Nights at Freddy's. Sorry if I'm talking fast. So I was just talking about how GameStop recently had a sale where you could buy 2 pre-owned games and get 1 free. So I bought like a couple of games. So I got Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team, so I could keep playing it on stream. And then a Bakugan game, Sonic Frontiers, Lego City Undercover, Cult of the Lamb, and then Five Nights at Freddy's. And I think it's called the Core Collection. So it's the first 4 games plus Sister Location. And I'm like nervous. I'm nervous but excited about playing them because I know how much of a wimp I am when playing horror games. But I also know I'll have a fun time doing it because like I love being scared. It's probably why I'm insane. But yeah, so that'll be... So my plan will be to be playing games like that in October. And hopefully by then we'll have Fossil Fighters done. Although we'll see. If not, we'll still have it in the rotation. I'm not going to put it on like the back burner. If we're not done with Detective Pikachu by then, I think I'll try and finish that one up. I'll have to check and see how much is left of the game, to be honest. Because I don't think there's that much left to the game. Because they keep, at least in the last chapter we did, they kept talking like it was going to, like we were getting to the end. But that's always a thing. But yeah, I was also telling Jay that like, because he was asking like why I don't make separate videos for my YouTube channel and said like I just post VODs on there. I guess I should post a link to the YouTube channel, huh? But I call it Game Reap Unofficial mostly just because I don't remember to put all of the VODs on there, and I'm gonna be honest, it's funnier that I called it unofficial than if it was official. And like the main reason is just like I don't really have the time, and I don't know if I really care about making edits of my videos. Because the thing is that it would be a very time-consuming hobby, and I just don't know if I have the time. Well, the thing is I could make time. I just don't know if I care that much about making VODs into like content for YouTube. Just because, like, I do come on here to just, like... Boo! I'm the spirit of burnt rubber Honestly, a Need for Speed horror game would be hilarious, and I would be terrified the whole time. Like, to give you... Okay, so, to give you an idea of how much of a scaredy cat I am, The only horror movie I've actually seen is Poltergeist, and that movie scared me. And then the other movie that was like not even a horror movie really, it was made for kids, but it had like horror elements in it, was the Goosebumps movie with Jack Black, and that movie still scared me because of the stupid puppet. So like, I'm so easily scared. Like, I remember when I was playing through BioShock by myself, it wasn't even like the creatures that scared me, it was the fact that like the way they had the footsteps as a element in the game was that in certain parts of the game your footsteps would echo, and I kept thinking that there was something following me when it was just my own footsteps. But yeah, if there was a Need for Speed horror game, it's like, boo, there are cars chasing you. Oh, and I'm well aware that like there are scarier things about Goosebumps. I'm just showing you how much of a scaredy cat I am. The movie wasn't even scary, okay? It really wasn't. It just scared me because of the stupid looking puppet. Like, it wasn't even that scary of a puppet. It was just like a normal puppet. My brain was just like terrified the whole time. But yeah, so I don't know yet if I'm going to just have one day be like a horror game day in like spooky months, and then the other ones be like not as scary games. But I'm mostly just kind of waiting to see what games I get finished by the time I get down there, because if I get finished with Fossil Fighters, the original game, I think we'll take a small break to do scary games, and then when we finish those, we'll jump back into Fossil Fighters Champions. And then I'm also hoping to finish Detective Pikachu by that. I am definitely someone who gets scared easily at things that are 100% designed to scare you. But the thing about the Ghostbusters, the Goosebumps movie is that it was designed to scare children, and I was in high school when it scared me. So but it's okay. Yeah, I saw Coraline. That movie, honestly, as a kid, that didn't scare me. The movie it was just like something about me being in high school and watching this. It was just something about the puppet just freaked me out, man. Coraline, like Coraline didn't freak me out, but also was a movie that we watched several times. That was a movie we would watch driving home from like school on like the little portable DVD player that we had that was like passed down to us. So like, I think I'd seen it too many times. If I saw it now, I'd probably be terrified and creeped out, but I mean, yeah, Rogue does have a point, man. Rogue does have a point. But yeah, me playing a Five Nights at Freddy's games is going to be hilarious for everyone else, because I will be so terrified and I will not know what I'm doing, even though I've watched all of Markiplier's playthroughs of Five Nights at Freddy's several times. Younger me had no fear. And then older me has really bad anxiety. Like, baby me, the only thing that baby me was afraid of was the Tower of Terror, and that's because I thought it actually killed people, and that we were just lucky to survive. Although I like the ride now. I do like the ride now. But I do have to say there is, like, fun in being scared. So, maybe, yes, maybe I'm a scaredy cat, maybe I'm easy to scare, but it just means I have more fun. Exactly! Melancholy Rogue is right. Younger me didn't know what taxes was. I didn't know what taxes were. Younger me had nothing to fear. Taxes weren't a thing. I didn't have to worry about. I hadn't hit puberty yet. I didn't know what an exam was, like a final exam was. But yeah, it's okay. It'll be a good time for everyone. Ooh, I just popped my neck. I'm gonna be so for real. Even when watching Five Nights at Freddy's with Markiplier in like a marathon, I still jump at the jump scares. Like, they still get me. So I'm sure like actually playing it when they're jumping at my face instead of like, you know, on a YouTube video, I feel like it's gonna spook me just a little bit. Just a bit, you know. And I acknowledge that. I acknowledge that I'm a big bubble blowing baby. And that I will be scared. And it'll be a good time. Because then everyone can make fun of how silly I'm being. But yeah, so that's so far, that's the plans for September, October. Oh, mine isn't, honestly mine probably could be 5 seconds. I wouldn't say it's 5 seconds on me doing it on an emulator on the computer. Just because like there is latency and stuff, but I remember on the DS, at least when I was playing it when I was younger, I remember I had it down pat where I just could use the hammer a couple of times and then have it fully clean without having to even get the drill out. I don't remember what the time is. I didn't really care about the time. I really just cared about like, I didn't really look at the time, man. Time is meaningless to me. It was meaningless to me back then, and it was more meaningless to me now. Yeah, 2 seconds is probably the best you can get, though. I highly doubt you could get it under that. For some reason, that reminds me about yesterday. A ghost out of the corner of my eye sometimes. Yeah, that's not great. Say hi to him for me, though, I guess. Maybe he's friendly. That reminds me, like, the other day, I spent, like, there was a 30-ish minute video of someone who went through Mario Kart Wii and counted all of the trees in the game. And then like basically made it into a speedrunning game. And they were like, how fast can I find all of the trees in Mario Kart and how fast can I hit them? Time is an illusion. Time is like an illusion, man. Hey man, it ever marches forward, and I'm gonna be honest, time meant nothing to me as a child, and with age, I have come to realize that younger me has had so many based opinions that I wish other people also had. Like, time is an illusion, man. Like, you know, I'm gonna do things in my own time, at my own pace, and we'll get there when we get there. The Lord put me in the driver's seat of life as a car, and I'm going to make it everyone else's problem if they decide to be a passenger in it. But yeah, it's a ghost girl. Honestly, I think I just assumed it was a girl because 9 times out of 10, ghosts usually end up being, like, small girl children for some reason. At least in horror movies. I don't know about in real life when people see stuff like that. But that's what I thought of. She just stands there. Well, I mean, if she ain't doing anything. I mean, she's probably just having a good time, you know? Just hanging out. Menacingly? She's just standing there, menacingly. Oh, she looks about 30-something. Oh, okay, well. I mean, at that point, she should probably be paying rent then. Like, if she's gonna be bothering you, she might as well be helping cover the cost of living there, seeing as she also lives there. just a, you know, in my opinion, it's just a little rude that she hasn't offered to pay, like, you know, her share. Reminds me how in, what's it, New Orleans? Where at a certain time, cabs will, like, no longer, like, be running, and not because it's, like, dangerous or anything, but just because there's ghosts, and cabbie drivers don't want to get stiffed by them. It was the funniest thing. Like, yeah, they won't take you after, like, 10 p.m. or something because they don't want to get stiff because they have jobs, you know? Oh, you see her everywhere? I still think she should pay rent, man. She's, like, living in your life, and, like, at that point, I think as a friend, she owes you a couple of dollars for freaking you out a couple of times here and there. You know, just between me and you. I think she owes you a couple dollars. She could just low you a couple 50. Ooh, women do love mac and cheese. As someone who used to be a woman, I can confirm they do in fact love mac and cheese. Yay! Yes, she should be paying the imaginary people in your head that pay rent to be in your brain. We no longer are of the they're living in my head rent-free era. You have to pay to be there, brah. Man, if a ghost decides to live in my head, that's their problem. There's so much stuff going on in there, like, they decided to live there, and it's terrible, and they also gotta pay rent. Seeing, you know, it's a hard knock life for ghosts these days, man. They decide to take up residency in the old cranium. They gotta pay both, you know, they gotta pay both me and also the people already living there. Because there's landlords in my brain too, you know? The people who were there first. And it comes full circle. Well, I mean, if she's only appearing after you don't sleep for a day, at that point, I feel like you're just inviting her. Like, you know, you're doing your little summon. It's like you're summoning her with lack of sleep. At that point, I think you're just enticing her. She's lost in your head like IKEA. I've only been in IKEA, like, twice. And both times, I was genuinely afraid I was not going to come back out. I did make it out, obviously, because I'm here. Yeah, I wouldn't know about sleep paralysis personally, because I don't have sleep paralysis. I just have other issues with falling asleep, but that sounds really rough, bro. Sorry that's happening, I guess. Why is it a tooth? I guess it has to be someone's arm or their foot, but is it an arm or is it a foot? Yeah, after stream though, I'll go onto my channel and I'll add a link to the YouTube channel. I do call it unofficial, so if you ever... It's really just there. It's the dino that misses a lot. The dino that misses a lot. Oh, it's Xeno's arm. Oh, that makes sense, because he has those weird scythe arms. Because I was like, it kind of looks like a huge tooth that they got stuck somewhere. And then, you know, I guess it being Xeno's arm makes a lot more sense. But it's still only like a finger. I feel like that's not his whole hand. I feel like it's a little bit false advertising. But yeah, so there is a YouTube channel, and it's really just an archive of my VODs, at least the ones that I remember to put on there. It's also behind by like at least a month. Oh, it is. It's the only one we had of. Oh, okay. Well, that's pretty cool. I remember when I was younger, I was so mad though, because I'm like, it's only one part of his ham. Where's the rest of it? Although most of these dinosaur bones really irked me, because I'm like, how do these connect together? They don't look like they connect together at all. Because I had no imagination. I was just like, they don't look like they connect together. I don't understand. Where did they go? But I still loved the game, and I kept playing it, so obviously it wasn't that big of an issue. Unlike my sock drawer, which my best friend Ollie will definitely make fun of me for at any given moment. Oh! Yeah, it makes sense that we thought it was a turtle at first because of the, obviously because of the arm flap. It's kind of like how, when we first discovered elephant skulls, because of the huge, like, hole they have in their head, so it's, like, lighter so that they, you know, can carry their head around, and it's where, like, their tusk and stuff sits. And, people thought it was a cyclops, which is where all of, like, a baby cyclops, which is where a lot of the cyclops, you know, mythology comes from. Brachial legs, yippee! A lot of mythological creatures are also like that because they were from people trying to describe animals. And then, like, you know, over time things get more warped and things get enunciated and exaggerated and all of that. And it's so cool just to see how things happen. Yeah, we thought rhinos were unicorns. We thought elephants were cyclopses. The head bone attaches to the leg bone, and the leg bone attaches to the head bone. I don't know. Baby me didn't really think about it too much, but I remember when, like, I first started playing the game and I saw Spinax's, like, body in their head, and I was like, okay, well, obviously there has to be, like, a neck in between here. But then I got to, like, the arm bones and the leg bones, and I was like, I don't see how these connect at all. But then, like, you also have to realize that, like, they just have, like, they just have the ribs and the sternum and the spine part. They don't have, like, the hips and, like, all of that fun stuff. So there's also pieces that were missing there. But it's okay. The head bone connects to the leg bone, and the leg bone connects to the head bone, and the head bone connects to the leg bone. I'm gonna be singing that for the rest of the night. I hope everyone knows. That's so funny. So hips don't lie, therefore Spinax dies. All of these dinosaurs are liars because none of them have hips. These dinosaurs ain't got no hips. Although, to be fair, I think the, like, basics of the fossils are also based on real life fossils, at least what we had at the time. So we can't be too critical. Oh, I guess it is a hip fossil. We gotta pack it in, boys. His hips don't lie, because he has them. Joke canceled. Joke is undergoing new management. I'll probably put a link to the YouTube channel also on my Tumblr account. Because I don't know exactly how the links show up on, like, on Twitch for, like, the users. Because, like, I've seen them for other people, but I don't know if they show up all the time for everyone. And so I'll just make it accessible there as well. Because, like I said, the YouTube channel is just like an archive for old VODs. So if there's a particular VOD that you missed because it was super funny, or what have you, it'll be on there. And you are more than welcome to make clips and then save them of, like, VODs. Oh my gosh. You're right, Duna does have a gun. Joke canceled. Utah Raptor isn't the only gun around here. I feel like one of these days I will actually draw a Utah Raptor. And then I will give him, like, a cowboy hat and a gun. But, like, I won't draw the gun. I'll just, like, Photoshop a gun badly onto his hand. I feel like it'll be so funny. And that'll be one of the... Either that'll be an emote, or I'll just put it as, like, decoration for my stream. Duna having a gun makes her... It just adds to the fact that she is the best character. And no, you cannot change my mind, because I am objectively correct. Duna best character. I know I keep saying that, like, one of these days I'll actually I'll do a stream where I just make fun of my old childhood crushes, and I have to actually, like, get down to, like, writing out childhood crushes. And I think how I would have it set up is that I would have it as, like, childhood crushes, but they get more deranged as we go along. And it'll start with, like, the normal just human characters, and then it'll slowly get progressively weirder. Because I'm going to be honest, I have some weird taste, man. The two are in a standoff in the middle of town. Duna, this town ain't big enough for the two of us. Utah Raptor. I don't remember what raptors sound like. Are they like... or something like that? Raptor screech. There you go. Just for you. I feel like that would be a funny noise to make as one of my emote noises. Just... Yeah. I remember they did, like... So, like, I know recently, because of newer technology and stuff, they've been able to recreate what a T-Rex actually sounds like. And the actual way they sounded is so terrifying. Because it's such a deep noise that it was meant to reverberate. And, like, if you look it up and listen to it, it is so... It's so cool, but it's so terrifying. Like, if you heard that coming... My little mouse heart couldn't. My little sheep heart couldn't. It would literally fall apart. Utah Raptor. We got it. I can do that. Yeah, honestly, I mean, as a resident women lover, they are so cool. I will drop off for cleaning. Please clean my fossils. Ooh, true. Although, to be fair, we can't know for certain what all of them would sound like, unless we have the technology to, like, start recreating it like we did for the T-Rex. But honestly, being able to hear the recreated bird-like calls would be so cool. Nobody ain't got nothing on the knife, wife. Melancholy Rogue is true, as always. Okay. Where are we on the fossil sitch? So we got 2 of his bones. I know we've got all of his. Let me go look at the list again. We're in Rivet Ravine. Okay, so I can't remember if we have all of Hipsy's. Do we have all of Hipsy's? No. Okay, so we still need those two. And then, do we finally have all of Xeno's parts? Yes. Okay, so we have all of his. Brachio, I think we just need his feet. Nope, we just need his arms. Might be. Nodo, I think we also just need one more. We just need his body. Triceratops. Okay, we got all the Triceratops. What about Megoth? Have we gotten all of his? Yes. Okay. So it looks like we're almost done with Red Ravine. V-Raptor canceled online for their recent tweets. It turns out they were liars. But yeah, so far we have all the dinosaurs we can get from Greenhorn Plains except Tarbo. And we're probably not going to go get Tarbo. We had a suspicion the Velociraptors were racist. I saw the tweet. No. But Tarbo's the only one left in Greenhorn Plains, and it has like a 1% chance of showing up, and I don't really feel like grinding for it. So we're just going to hope that the bones show up in the shop, which with how much time we have left in the game will happen. We have all the ones in Dig. Ooh, a raptor body. Let's go ahead and get that one. And then we'll just have less stuff to do in the future. Yeah, honestly, dinosaurs are so cool. My top two favorites are the dinosaur that Maiasaurus is based off of. I can't remember if it's also called the Maiasaurus. I'd have to look that up. And then, obviously, I'm a basic bitch, so I love the Velociraptor. I may beat the basic quite fan allegations, but I will never beat the basic bitch allegations. I wear it with pride. The chieftain and Diggle. Can't believe my man V-Raptor called the chieftain a digger with a hard R. I don't know how he did it. We were just vibing, and he just went digger. I should stop. I can't. Dig R. I can't with you people. Okay, but we have all the ones in Knotwood Forest. We have all the ones here except Tarbo. That only I can say because I'm native. Maybe he called them both. Who knows? Who's to say? Okay, so we can skip all of these. And it looks like Cicho and Giganto are also going to be really rare, so if I find fossils where I'm looking for the other one, then cool. But if I don't happen to find them, I will also probably just depend on getting them in the shop, and then I don't know if we'll be getting to any plot today, lads. I think it'll just be day 4 of cleaning fossils. But we tried. We tried. Hey man, whatever works for you for communication reasons. Communication is always important. Day 4! Give it up for day 4! I did say 8 we might have a crumb of plot, but I didn't make any promises because I know myself, and I couldn't remember how far we were on the finding fossils thing. I knew we were in Rivet Ravine, but I couldn't remember anything else. But it's okay. We're almost done with Rivet Ravine, which by itself is a pretty big amount of fossils in it. And then after that, I believe we just have Bottoms of Bay and the BB base. And from what I remember, we're very close to being done with the BB base. Because of how much time we spent there. So, I mean, well, I'll have to double check. But, oh my gosh, what did I hit? I thought I was hitting my mover buttons and I actually hit the shift button. Oopsies. Yeah, I mean, it's the fun part about being humans with how various we are. What are you doing?
Oh no.
Are you still gathering up Primos or whatever it's called?
No. I'm talking with the dragon man.
Ah, good old Nivelette. I think he's pretty cool. My sister's playing through Genshin Impact, and as someone who's playing Honkai Star Rail, it's really funny because they're very different games, but they're also very similar. But it means I can make fun of her for it.
Yeah, but Honkai is much nicer to the players.
Oh, yeah. Honkai Star Rail is so much nicer to the players than Genshin Impact is. Like, Genshin Impact could never. I'm trying to find all the fossils in this one area, and it's taking me forever. This is day 4 of us just collecting and cleaning fossil rocks. Don't say womp womp at me. It's me! But it's okay. We're having a good time. Yeah, as far as I can tell, Genshin does have a toxic user base. And honestly, if you're wanting to play games like that, it's honestly better to not interact with anyone else who plays the game unless you're already friends with them. Hi, Nixie!
I did meet, like, a friend on Toyo Lab who's, like, pretty nice, and they're also an artist, and they've drawn my characters before, like...
Oh my gosh, I love your cat. I hope she has a wonderful day. I hope she has a wonderful week. I hope the rest of her life is full of blessings, and I hope it is long and happy and fulfilled. And she is very cute. But yeah, like, I don't know particularly about Genshin Impact because, I don't play Genshin Impact, but pretty much with any game, especially like phone games that are mostly online, there tends to be a very toxic fan base, especially nowadays, just because everyone likes to get up in arms about like, oh, this character is great and that one's not. And if you don't like the character that I like, you're morally bad for it. And all that fun stuff. So usually with stuff like that, my general advice is to like find people,
or they will romanticize toxic relationships.
I don't so much mind the toxic relationship because like, I mean, people can do whatever they want in their free time as long as they don't like mess up other people over it.
People for not liking the toxic relationship.
Oh, see, that's the problem. So like usually when it comes to dealing with fandom spaces, like only find the people who are nice and keep with them, and then pretty much ignore the rest of the fandom space. It's why it's so awesome that my fan base is so small, because no one can be toxic. You guys are all nice, and I am politely holding a gun to your head. You are going to be nice, you are going to let people in, and you are not going to be toxic. I'm holding you at gunpoint for this. You are not allowed to be toxic and mean.
I was trying to run because the path is
I don't want to talk to you.
But I had no stamina, and I tried to climb, and I just fell to my death.
Heh. The fact that you can fall to your death in Genshin is...
Climb, Farida, climb!
Yeah, no being mean in the Marie streams. You will get your ass blocked. There's already 2 people I have banned from my stream for being mean. Because we don't let mean people in here. It is a nice, welcoming, fun community where we play games because, you know, playing games is fun. Especially not if they're going to be mean to me. Like, if they're gonna be mean to me, like, that's so funny. That's the fastest way to get your ass blocked in my streams. Because I don't have to take that. Rule number 1 of Genshin Impact. You don't tell people you play Genshin Impact. Rule number 2 of Genshin Impact. Don't tell anyone you play Genshin Impact. Rule 3. Give them your money.
Wait, was that a comment?
Yeah!
That's true. That's true. That's true. People will spend thousands of dollars just to get a single character.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And I am free to play. No money spent. I have 2 limited 5 stars.
The main reason for that was I think you were just actually using a word that we had in our banned list, and we didn't realize that the settings had it, so you were just automatically banned instead of you, like, having a warning like I thought it was set up, and so that was the main reason. And then because Ollie was the main one who set up the, like, banned words, I think that's why it said that you were banned by Ollie. No, yeah, and I'm not saying that's why, like, you were unbanned immediately, and that's why, I don't know if we fixed that yet, but if we haven't fixed it, we are planning to fix it, so that it will just tell you, like, this word is banned, or this word is not used instead, because that's how I thought it was set up, and then it wasn't, so I'm very sorry about that. Well, it's not that word, it seems. Do you want it to be a banned word? I feel like that would be such a funny thing to make for channel points. Like, trade in a certain amount and then you can pick a word to be banned. You can pick a word to be added to the banned word list.
What words are even banned?
It's mostly just derogatory words and, like, racial slurs. Instead of progressing in the plot, I'ma play Doom 2 instead. That would be such a funny use of my powers, though. Like, if I ever get to the point where I can have channel points, I think I'm going to make one of the things where you can trade them in and then pick a word to be banned. I feel like that would be so funny. You get 1. But it's gonna be, like, a lot of points. I want people to work for it. If you've been banned for doing nothing really important, you can ban a different word. Gonna ban the letter E. Oh my gosh, people are gonna use this power for evil, and that's what it's here for, baby.
And then you can't make a sentence without using the letter A, but you can't curse.
Silly imbecile. You think I do not possess the skills needed to nope, that has an A, to kill you with words? There, that didn't use a single A. You suck very much. I'm gonna get it easy. I watch every stream all the way through. I'm gonna have to make it something like 1,000,000 points. Specifically so that, oh right, I can't get that one. Just so like, people can't, oh my gosh. I don't even know what the highest it is, but it would be so funny. Just like, it'll be fine. It's like, you can ban 1 word. Oh, can it not go over 100k? Okay, well, if I can't go over 100k, then I will make it 100k, and then you have to save up that many points to be able to choose a word to be banned. My dad just went, "Hey, fuck." And I thought he was yelling at me for a second.
I think he was
Was he yelling at Elliot, do you think? My poor kitty cat. Jay will do it. I believe in you. And I'm not gonna say don't use this powerful evil because I want you to use it for evil because it would be so funny.
ban the word I.
Nah. Nah, I myself am only going to ban words that, like, I need to be banned. It will be up to my chatters to ban words. And I also will probably make a Google Doc, and so, like, you can only ban 1 word at a time. So I'll have a Google Doc running for every banned word, and I'll have the banned words that you guys choose, I think, will be public. And then I'll have them like named like J Games J_Games 4409 banned the word you suck. You're not gonna ban anything you use normally. And then like from there, I'll keep it updated so like if you use more points to ban a new word, then people will know like what silly words they can't say. I think that would be a funny use of my time and my platform.
I love the Dragon Man. He's
The
very
second
silly.
thing I will ban will be
Have
spaces.
Brenna, have you heard Nivolette's English voice lines for attacking, like normal attacks?
No, I haven't heard anything of Nouvellette. I've only seen like the occasional art.
He's so aggressive about it. Like in all the other languages, it's very like calm.
I don't think I have the power to do that. The only way that you get around things being banned is if you're a mod or like the streamer or I think maybe VIP people, but I don't have access to having VIP people. So no, you would also be affected by the word that you banned. So just be aware of that when you're making your choices.
Thou art a poopy face.
Why?
I was gonna be poetic, and then I realized, no.
Make your list so you can ban them not automatically. Oh! No, yeah, I'm gonna make it so that it tells you that, like, oh, you can't use that word because, like, I'm gonna make it... I have to check the settings after stream, but I'm gonna make sure that it's not, like, an auto ban, so that, like, either I or a mod has to physically ban you. But with those words, I'm gonna make it a public list, and that those are words that it's funny if you go around them to say, because they're just silly banned words that, like, you guys have chosen. But I'm gonna make sure that it's edited so that it is just like a, oh, like, you can't use this in the stream because it's one of the ban words, instead of just like automatically banning you. Because where's the fun in being automatically banned?
What is the Dragon Man doing? Is he being silly? He's a silly goofy beaver.
Every time you complete a level, you play one in Doom 2. Honestly,
Remember when I told you how, like, there was a meeting that Nuva had, right? And after
Yeah.
the meeting, it started raining, and, like, with his entire lore, since he's the he's the, Hydro Sovereign, or Dragon, when he cries, it rains.
yes.
You know the person who made him cry?
What?
It was Navia.
I still like her. Final thing to ban will be no direct messages, only chaos. Melancholy Rogue here is going for everyone's throat, and I appreciate that. That is the kind of chaos I want to encourage when it comes to using channel points. It's like, you can cause, you know, chaos like that. You just can't be mean to other people. We're here for silly L's, not for, like, you know, emotional ruining devastation.
Thou art...
It's like when other people, like, I've seen in other people's streams where, like, they'll at the streamer, and I'm like, why are you doing that? I don't think I'd do anything if someone did it in my stream, but I would definitely be like, who do you think you are to think you can summon me?
Thou art a gay.
Like, I can already see your messages. I might not read them out loud, but I can see them. Is that a Muppet? Mim Cub Fire. That's a funny emoji. Discord emote. Honestly, props to them. But yeah, if I ever get to the point where I have emotes, I want them to be funny and memorable. Like Utah Raptor with a gun. I need it desperately.
There's so much dialogue. Did you know that Navia is one of the characters with the most dialogue?
Yeah, I mean, I'll have some rules with it. Like,
Is this water?
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I guess. Like I'll make it so you can't ban single words. But other than, I feel like it would be that, and then like, but other than that, like, I feel like, maybe not single words, and maybe not, like, very common words, like the. That's the only one I could think of off the top of my head. Actually, it would be really funny if you couldn't say the word the. I might just make it. Oh, do not end my turn. Do not end my turn. Do not end my turn. I was too busy yapping. I was too busy yapping and not busy enough gaming. But we'll see. Like, obviously, I don't think I get channel plans until I become, or whatever. Everyone needs to chat like... Everyone needs to chat like this.
Everyone needs to chat like this.
Melancholy Rogue is gonna bring back, Leet Speak by himself, and I respect that.
The sarcastic text.
It's so funny. He's not speaking Leet Speak. That doesn't sound like a winner. That sounds like Quita talk. But yeah, anyway, good fun times.
I love farming on Genshin Impact, where the enemies, you have to run and find them.
I mean, you have to do that in Honkai Star Rail too.
Yeah, but for
It's okay.
basic ascension.
Open your mind.
But-
Leet
but
Speak.
it's for ascension materials, and then once you've defeated all of them, you have to wait over 11 hours for them to respond.
Oh my gosh, I love when cats sit down and look like loaves of bread. It makes me want to eat them. But like,
I saw Ellie
in like a cute aggression way.
I saw Ellie like playing with a loaf of bread and I picked her up.
It's really funny though, because Ellie is surrounded by cats that, so most of my cats don't know how to loaf properly, or at least they just don't bother to loaf properly. I'm not gonna eat my cat. I paid $110 for her, and that is way too expensive for a snack. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not going to eat her. I paid $100 for her. That's too much. That's way too expensive to like bother wasting on eating at that point. Like, and I love her too much. And she knows I love her too much because she gets in way too much shit, and she knows that I'm not going to do anything about it. But usually instead of loafing, my cats will, like they'll lay on their side, but they'll still have their like feet tucked under themselves like they're like they're loafing, but like their back legs will be spread out. It's kind of funny. So it's like they're doing like a paint me like one of your French girls loaf. En passant. Oui, oui, baguette. I do not know French. I've eaten less for way more. Now that's just depressing. Pay me like one of your beggars. Brachio, I want your arms, not your head. Oh, hey, I found his arms. Apparently complaining directly to the fossil makes them come faster. Okay. I will be honest though, it'll be kind of exciting because since I'm going to be switching between so many Vivisaurs as they level up all the way, it means that I'll be using Vivisaurs that I've never actually used before. So I'll be getting a little more like experience with new ones. So no Brachio head. Smash his phone. No Brachio head today, fellas. Just sad and sad. Just sad, sad, headless days. Return to town. So no head. So acephalization. I think that's what it is. I think cephalopods. One second. I have to actually look that up to make sure I'm making the correct joke. Process of having a head. No.
Finally, freedom from the dialogue.
Acephalic? I don't know how to pronounce that word. I can't remember if it's cephalic or cephalic. I think it's cephalic because it's Latin. Anyway, cephalic means of or relating to a head. Acephalic would mean not having a head. So, acephalic.
I'm gonna go consume some water.
Did you already drink all of my water?
No. I just don't want to drink all your water. That'll be rude.
Well, I was gonna say, if you drank all my water, you're gonna have to go get me a new glass. I don't care if you drink all my water. You just have to replace it with new water. But yeah, after the stream, I'm probably gonna go play more Honkai Star Rail. Because there's a character I've been waiting for them to release that's coming out soon. And I've been saving... I've been like doing side quests and stuff, so I have the materials to like summon her without giving them money. Because I'm going to be so for real. I am not going to give my money to that game. Because I'm going to be honest, they're like, I'd rather just wait and like slowly collect up the materials over time. Because one, it feels more rewarding, and two, I don't really have the kind of money to end up being a whale on a game, and I really do not want to start when I'm trying to save up for like moving out into my own apartment and like eventually like, you know, making my own, like either buying or creating my own gaming PC setup, which I gotta do research on, but I'm kind of like waiting at the moment because my problem is that if I do start doing research on it, I know I'm gonna want to do it immediately. And the thing is that I know that I can't really afford to put like $2,000 onto a new computer right now. If you want to talk like Joe Biden and say, this country is, and just click the suggested like 20 times. Let me do one real quick. This country is a good thing to do. You think of it was a good idea to do it, but I don't know. Oh my gosh. I love comedy. It's so awesome. But yeah, I will say getting those chickens at the end is kind of going to be a pain in my Katushka. Is it in this corner? It's gonna be, oh, it's a jam. Honestly, I also technically gamble a lot with traffic on getting to work, although I have gotten better at leaving early enough that I don't have to do that. But I do like Honkai Star Rail because, like, while it is a gacha game, they do have, like, a really interesting, in-depth, like, storyline with really well-written characters that I appreciate. And what I appreciate about the game too is that, I mean, like, they give you the materials so that you're able to get, like, most of the characters. Well, actually, technically, you could get all of the characters as long as you're willing to, like, wait and, like, save up the materials. Because they do give you items to, like, summon the characters. You just won't be able to get them all right away. Let's go gambling! Let's go gambling! Although, I might just have a budding gambling addiction. Who knows? But I will never give these games my money, so, I mean, I don't really see a problem. I'm gambling with no money involved, so I don't really see it as a problem. And you know what they say? Every gambler quits right before they make it big. That's the joke I'm going to be making to myself as I poll for the new character. Although I refuse to put money into it, so if I don't get the character, then, like, oh well. It's okay, I'm just microdosing on gambling. It's fine. As long as I don't macrodose on gambling, we'll be fine. We'll be just fine. Just don't think about it too hard, man. See, I'm on legs. Now let's hope the other fire rock we picked up was also a CMO part, because I, for one, would like to get as many of these fossils. I feel like by the end of the stream, we're still going to be stuck in Rivet Ravine. When will I get out of this hell? When will I be released? Okay, so I do. But I don't think we have every... because we still need Hipsy parts from there. Ugh. I mean, it'll be fine. We'll get it. But by the end of the stream, we started in Rivet Ravine and we will be ending in Rivet Ravine. Oh, yeah, it's definitely rigged against you in gacha games. Although, what I do appreciate about Honkai Star Rail is that they do guarantee you get the super rare characters with every, I think it's every 100 pulls. And how they have it set up is that, they have it on, like, I think they call it a pity system. So, like, the more you pull, the higher chance you have of getting the character. Although, that is also relative, because you are, like, still taking time and effort to, like, save up to get, like, the materials. But it's, like, not as rigged against you in the game. They do genuinely give you, like, a chance to get the characters. But, like, it's still a gacha game. Like, I'm being 100% serious. Like, I'm still being, like, 100% real with myself. It is still a gacha game. One of my friends asked if I would date a trans girl. My exact response is, it's a hot woman that likes similar things that I do. Oh, fucking course. The only correct response to have to that. But yeah, I mean, it depends on, like, it depends on the gacha game. But, Honkai Star Rail specifically, which is the one that I play, they do genuinely make it easier for you to get the super rare character the more that you play. And, like, let's say, like, you've been trying to get that super rare character, the more times you try, the higher chance you have to get that character. So it's not like the same odds every time. So it's not like a 1 in 100 chance every time you pull. So, like, the first time you pull, it'll be 1 in 100. And then the second time, it'll be 1 in 99. And then 1 in 98. And so, like, the more that you put into it, the more chances you have of pulling that character. And eventually, like, you get to, like, the 100th pull, and it's 1 out of 1. But usually, you don't get down to that far unless you have really shitty luck. But that, I'm also saying that, disclaimer, it is just how Honkai Star Rail works. I don't know about other gacha games. And it is still a gacha game. And I totally understand people not wanting to play gacha games. Like, I'm gonna be so for real, the only reason I'm playing Honkai Star Rail is because it has hot women in it. Well, and also I genuinely like the story, but like, there's hot women in it. And that's the only reason I started playing it, because one of the women characters that they had at the time that you could pull for was really hot, and I was like, I want that character. But then I genuinely like the story and the characters. But yeah, I think her name is Black Swan, so she was that one character that like everyone was freaking out about when she first came out, and like I was like, she's a hot woman, and I kind of want to play as her, and I can, so I downloaded the game, and now here I am still playing the game. But yeah, like if you want to avoid gacha games, it's totally on you. I'm definitely not saying that you have to play it, obviously. I'm just saying from my experience of gacha, like for gacha games, Honkai Star Rail is actually not that bad of a gacha game, because they do genuinely want you to get the characters. Mostly because they want you to keep playing so they can get money out of you. But like, they do it at least in a way that like, if you're just going to be free to play, you still can get you can still get a decent amount of characters and a decent amount of upgrade materials without paying anything. Which I think is pretty cool, because not a lot of games do that nowadays, especially when it's like an app game. But I digress. Oh my gosh, it's already 9:40. When did it get to this time? I feel like time flies so fast when I'm doing fossil fighters and cleaning rocks. I'm always like, I always go into it and I'm like, well, I feel like I'm gonna clean rocks for the whole time, and I feel like it's gonna be really boring for other people. And then it gets to the point where like, I'm not even realizing that time is passing so fast because I'm having a genuinely fun time. I don't know how other people are, but that's how I am, because I like hanging out with you people. Oh yeah, no, I getcha. I have a friend who's actually my mod, so Ollie, who's my mod, me and her, like, I know I've said this so many times, but I'm like, it's so weird to think about dating her because I don't see her that way. Like, I genuinely love her as a friend, but I would not date her because it would feel, like, for both of us, it would just be mutually a weird situation. The law requires gacha games to post odds of draws in the app info. The companies get around this by publishing the games with fair odds and then updating the games with unfair odds because the law doesn't affect game updates. So they can tell you the job is a 1% chance when it really is a 0.0001% chance. Yeah, that is also something I've seen. And as far as I can tell, I don't think Honkai Star Rail has done that. Like, I think Honkai Star Rail is one of the more genuine games, but I will say that there is plenty of games that are getting around the laws, because unfortunately, businesses are more worried about how much money they can get out of people rather than, like, making a good game. It probably helps that Honkai Star Rail isn't just a phone app, so, like, it's also, I don't think it's on Steam, but it's it's also a computer game, and as far as I know, I think games that are on, like, computers have more regulations with stuff like that. But I couldn't tell you for sure. But so far, and Honkai Star Rail has been out for over a year, so here's hoping that that doesn't happen. But also, like you said, it is a gacha game, and there are not very many laws protecting users, and they kind of have all that. Yeah, if you didn't know them for so long, but you know them for 3 years, which makes it weird. Yeah, me with Ollie. I've only known Ollie for like 2 years now, but like the fact that I've known her for 2 years makes it so like, but the thing is that like, I just don't see her that way, which is fine. I love her to bits. But yeah, Melancholy Rogue, you're so right though, that like there are a lot of gacha games that like will post like, oh, this is what our drop rate is, and then like we'll change it with an update, because unfortunately laws are not, because unfortunately, like, the way that a law is worded is important, and like people, especially companies that can make money out of it, are definitely going to do whatever they can to get around that law. So it's just a little bit of a kerfuffly mess. If anyone wants to know what like the inside of my head is like, I'm playing a mix of Fossil Fighter music, Pokemon music, and then the one like Luma song from Super Mario Galaxy. The doo 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 doo. The one that like plays when Rosalina is telling you the story of how she became like the caretaker of all these Lumas on the space station. Like that music literally is like, there's a mix on YouTube that has that song playing over top of like rain. Literally is the most calming music I have ever heard in my fucking life. But yeah, it's okay. I'm just lightly microdosing on gambling, guys. It's fine. I don't have a problem. It's fine. It's just light microdosing. I don't have a problem. Oh, hey, I found Gigantor part. I don't know how much more of him I'll find though with me looking for the other parts though. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really that concerned with finding him, 'cause I think I don't have a problem, you do! 'Cause Gigantor, or what, Gigantum, I think it was Gigantor, whatever, that one, and then Sucho, those two are like, I think they're like 1% drops in this area, I don't know for sure. Yes, Duna is my favorite character, hands down. Like, bullet to my head, I would say Duna. You don't even have to put a bullet to my head, like, you should have seen, like, when we first saw Duna in the game, when we got to Bottoms Up Bay, like Jay will confirm, I was freaking. But yeah, I love Duna. Duna is probably one of the characters that like highly influenced my taste in people, and also my taste in characters. Honestly, the battle announcers are really funny. I really appreciate them. I wouldn't, like, date them, but, like, without their commentary, I feel like the commentary is, like, an important piece of what gives this game so much charm. Because, like, obviously there's going to be, like, people talking about the match. So why wouldn't they have, like, it's kind of like it's, like, a sports match. Because, like, that's what, like, Vivisor fighting is to these people, right? It's a sports match. So the fact that they have announcers in the game is so like, it makes the game so much more charming. Like, I love it. I honestly wish Pokemon had something similar. Like, if in one of the new games, if they added a mechanic where you were in a battle and they had like I don't know how they would do that, but like if they had like an announcer like saying like what was going on, I would love that game. Like, change the way have one that's just like, it changes the way the battles work, so it's all done through like an announcer. I love, literally, they comment on every match, and there's sometimes where they're like, how did we even get here? And then the other person's just like, we don't think about that. Like in Battle Revolution, yeah. Like, wouldn't it be so cool? Like, it gives us, like, I love them. Like, I don't think this game, well, I can't say that the game couldn't work without them being there, but I feel like a fundamental part of what makes this game so fun is because there's like commenters that are always there no matter what, and you're like, oh hey, they're always there, because like you start seeing them in the beginning and you're like, oh, that's cool, and then like their voice lines change depending on like who you're battling. Like if you're battling like the bad guys and stuff, they comment on that too. Like it's so cute. It adds like such an integral piece to it. It's like it's probably a part that I would argue is what makes Fossil Fighters so iconic. I can't remember if they kept it for the second game because I haven't played the second game in forever. But I think they kept it for it. If they didn't, then that is one thing I will complain about the second game about. But like when you're fighting the big bad at the very end, they're like, how are we here? We're in the middle of space. And you're like, don't question it. It's just part of the magic. Obviously, you're gonna have announcers while you're fighting an alien in space. Use an FP equalizer move. One of the announcers asks, what is this, communism? Oh, good old times. I will say, since there are 4 different dinosaurs that you can pick at the beginning as, like, the dinosaur you have, so I'm not gonna pick the one that I always... Really? For real? For real? So I always end up picking the fire type one, so I'm not gonna let myself pick that one, but I might leave... I'm either gonna let it be, like, a vote, as in, like, I ask my mod which one to pick, which one ever she thinks is funniest, or I'm gonna have it be, like, I roll a dice that's, like, a 3-sided die, and then assign a number to each of them, and then just pick that way. The announcers and champions are dinosaurs. Oh! Okay, they were. Okay, I couldn't... Because I knew it wasn't the same guys. I couldn't remember if they kept the announcers, but I knew that they weren't this... They wouldn't be the same guys. Ooh, Tefla's the evolution. I really like the random chance idea, though, because that way, like, there's no hard feelings. And then it would be extra funny because of that. Or I could just pick the water type and be... dumb. But like every time I played through champions, I've picked the fire type, so I feel like I have to pick a different one because I always pick the fire type, and we gotta be different, besties. We gotta pick something else. Not PA and Johnson. I don't think the dinosaurs do compare, because PA and Johnson are like, they're so important. Well, I'm sure no one likes Toba. I wouldn't be doing it because I like Toba. I'd be doing it because it would be funny. And because sometimes you just gotta pick the losing option, man. Yes. Which makes it even funnier that you would pick the water type starter, because there's obviously other better water types. It'd be on the same level as me, is the fact that every time I play Heart Gold and Soul Silver, I always pick Chikorita, despite the fact that she is literally the worst starter out of all of the starters in the game. At least so I've been told. Multiple times. By my brothers. They're like, it's the worst Pokemon starter. Why do you keep choosing it? I'm like, because she's cute and it's funny. And because people win battles by choosing their favorites, not by choosing the strongest ones. At least if you're good. It's not even that cute. It's like picking Charmander in Gen 1. That's right. That's right. Like, you go with your heart, man, not with what, like, the good choices. So I still... Excuse me. That one. Okay, so I still need her body parts from that area. Is this one gigantic? I think I just have his legs, and I'm honestly not that worried about getting more of him. Same with Sucho. Those guys seem like they're gonna be hard to get all of the pieces of organically. Quote unquote, organically. I have 2 of his parts, so... I mean, if I get them, then fine. But if I don't, I'm not going to be that worried about it. Okay, and then Xeno, I know I have all of his. And then Brachio, I have all of his. Do I have all of Nodo's? Yes. What about Triceratops? Yes. And then I know I have all of Megalith. Okay, so we have all of the ones from the Secret Mole Tunnel. We have all the ones from Tunnel 5, which is the one that you access after fixing McJunker's minecart. The Pay-to-Dig site hasn't been unlocked yet. In the regular tunnels, we mostly just need, well, in there it looks like we just need Sucho and Giganto. And I'm really just going for those while I'm getting Hipsy, because Hipsy's the only one I need left from the bonus area. So I feel like I'll go for the other ones until I get Hipsy's parts, because I don't know because they're rare fossils, and I don't know how long it'll take me to get the rare fossils, and we're already using up a lot of time getting fossils, and I feel like they'll show up to be able to be bought in the shop. I like winning. Honestly, mood. But then there's also me choosing like the most queer coded Pokemon as my favorites, so yeah. Yeah, see, like the thing is that like picking a weak starter is not always bad. Yeah. I choose Meganium because I'm gay. I have a little bit of queer. Meganium is absolutely a lesbian. Yeah. Yeah. What can I say? I pick the funny characters. I pick the cute ones. I pick them based on vibes, man. And then I'm the person who will always pick the same starter every time I replay through a game. Just because I like patterns and I like following something that I've already decided. I used to pick the Neurospicy choice in Feraligatr, which is also a mood. Yeah, alligators are dope as hell. Honestly, for every Pokemon game except for, literally for every Pokemon game except for Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and, Scarlet and Violet, I've always picked the water starter because I tend to prefer the water starter out of all of them. And then the only two other starters that I picked that weren't the water starter were both grass types, and it was Chikorita and Sprigatito. And that's the only time I haven't picked the water type. Feraligatr has 2 brain cells, and they were left in his other pants that he doesn't wear. Which I appreciate. I love and appreciate a man who has no thoughts in his head. He has nothing going on, just eternally the me theme music. Do 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 do. I am a Feraligatr. You know, that kind of vibe. Okay, I think I'll finish collecting rocks at this location, and then I think since it's time, we'll call it a day. But we will finish collecting rocks. Blastoise / Venusaur, Feraligatr, Swampert, Infernape, Samurott, Greninja, HM Guyx, I don't really like any of the Kalos stars, Primarina, Rillaboom, and either Skeledirge or Meowscarada. Yeah, so my starters were whenever I've played the old game. So I chose Squirtle. And then Chikorita. And then Mudkip. Although that generation was one of the only ones that I was willing to play multiple times and have chosen multiple starters because I like both Mudkip and Torchic. So I guess that one I've also had a fire type, but anyway. And then Piplup, Oshawott, Froakie, Primarina, I don't remember what, Poplio, Sobble, and then, you know, Sprigatito. Because I have to admit, in my opinion, 9 times out of 10, to me, I think the water starters are the cutest. That's just my personal opinion. You are allowed to disagree. But yeah, usually I end up picking the water starter. Like, literally, like, at this point, I mostly just look at, like, the starter lineup to see if, like, I'm going to choose the water starter or not. I think Mudkip is cool. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't really... I mean, I played Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, and I've played through it twice, and one of those times I chose Torchic, and the other time I chose Mudkip. So I don't know if I would be, like, specifically married to him, because I'm kind of like a flip-flopper. You like Mudkips? I do like Mudkips. He is very cute. But I wouldn't say that, like, I would, like, ride or die for him like I would Primarina. But also Primarina is, like, one of my top 3 favorite Pokemon. So... I mean, it's not really a contest there, is it? I don't need Simo arms. I already have his arms. I don't need more arms. You can have his arms. You can have them. Hipsy, I'm calling to you. Where are you? You're supposed to be in this area, but I'm finding your stupid Simo. Hipsy's been scared off by the large predator. She's like, actually there's a huge carnivore there, so I'm just gonna peace out. I like fruit because it is juicy. We went to the zoo because there are animals. Juicy, I think I found that in the tunnels. I'm pretty sure you go for your favorite choice in each game, objectively. I'm gonna be so for real with you, man. I pick mine based on whether I think the base Pokemon is cute or not. And that is the only thing that I think about when I choose a starter. It is how I've played the Pokemon games since I got my first one. It is how I will continue to play Pokemon games afterwards. And, like, it is mainly just because I am here to have a good time, not a long time when it comes to Pokemon games. Okay, well, if you're basically only doing Nuzlocke, then obviously you're going to want the Pokemon that help you get through the game the easiest. I choose the one that I think is so cute, and then I make it my whole personality. But that's okay. I think one of these guys is getting close to being ready to trade out. I just don't remember which one. Is it Lexo? See the one that's a level? Yeah. He only needs 23 points, so he'll be switched out soon. But it'll be fine. Because then we'll get a new guy in who will do a great job just like Lexo has done. Man, fighting the final boss will be so fun because I don't even know what dinosaurs I'll have by that point. I feel like we'll just have to work it out, man. We'll just have to work it out. We'll just have to figure it out. Wow, I'm running into no fossils. Zesty Donald Duck. That is certainly a way to put it. I mean, I personally liked Sobble becoming James Bond, but also I just really liked Sobble as a Pokemon, as a design, because I thought he was the cutest one. Like, I don't look at nothing when I start a Pokemon game. Like, I don't know anything going in except for maybe what the starters look like, because I want to know. Well, and obviously I know you know what the starters look like because the starters are the starters, the legendaries, because they usually put the legendaries, like the main ones, on the covers. And the version I pick is always based on which of the legendaries I like better. I always pick that version, and then I always pick my starter based on which one I think is the cutest. I am a visual type of guy, baby. I got layers. I mean, I know they're not real, but I still want to pick the ones that I like the best. And because I want to have Pokemon that I like looking at. Not that there's any Pokemon that I could probably say off the top of my head I dislike looking at, but like, I am definitely that person who chooses their entire team based on whether I think they're pretty to look at or not. Like, I am 100% that stereotype. Because otherwise, I don't care. Yeah, you're like, this one has a personality because it has storytelling reasons. Which is fine. Oh my gosh, how many fossil rocks are there gonna be? I might have this be the last thing because we're getting past time. So, I'll do this last battle, and then I think we're gonna wrap it up for tonight. If my version of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team doesn't come in by stream on Tuesday, I will probably just play more Fossil Fighters. And then Thursday, the plan will be to either do more Detective Pikachu, or we might do some more of the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, depending on if it gets in then or not. Did my Alolan Raichu actually work a 9 to 5 at IHOP? No, she didn't. I just did that so the audience would like her. Honestly, vibes. Vibes, ma'am. But that's gonna be the plan, so, as of right now, so... Oh no, your phone died! Alright, so we're probably gonna be wrapping up after I finish this battle, just because we're getting past time and I have to still do my bedtime routine and all of that, because I do still have work tomorrow, and it's supposed to be a long day, because it's gonna be Monday. And Mondays are always long. But the plan right now is that on Tuesday, which should be the next time I stream, I will either be doing Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Rescue Team DX, if my version comes in by then. If not, we'll just play more Fossil Fighters and be still in cleaning fossil hell. And on Thursday, depending on how I'm feeling, we will either play Detective Pikachu, or if Pokemon Mystery Dungeon has come in by then and we don't play it on Tuesday, then we'll probably play it then. I'm not going to set a definitive thing just because I'm not really sure how I'm feeling. Because I kind of also want to look into how much is left of Detective Pikachu, because if there's not a lot left, then I think I'm going to try and bang that out to get that just done. Just so we can, because I've been enjoying it a lot. I just also am aware that, like, it's very text heavy as a game and stuff like that. But anyway, I did want to thank everyone who came to say hello. Thank you for being a guest here. If you're a first time viewer, thank you for being a regular to Melancholy Rogue and J Games, who definitely I love to come and hang out with. I want to say thank you to all the people who also watch my VODs afterwards. You guys do mean a lot to me, and I'm really just loving hanging out here and just playing video games on my own time and stuff like that. Yes, I do love you platonically. Love you a lot. I can't wait to see you next time. And then my usual streaming time is Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays from like around 7 p.m. Central Time. Usually I stream for about 3 hours. I have been thinking about also doing, like, maybe making both Thursdays and Fridays streaming days, and then have Thursdays be like a longer stream day, and then Fridays be a shorter streaming day. Although I'm not gonna commit to that, mostly just because I'm not sure about time and things like that. But it might be something. It might be something I do like once every couple of weeks or something, just to test it out to see like if I can do that. But it would definitely be like Thursday would be a regular stream time, and then Friday would be like an hour and a half or maybe 2 hours, or it might just be like 1 hour. But it definitely will not be the full 3 hours. So I might incorporate that like maybe once every other week or once every 3 weeks, something like that, and then I'll just test that out to see how I like that. And I did want to say that we officially have 32 followers, which is a really cool milestone. So I just wanted to thank you guys for supporting me. Even if you just hit follow and then like left, you know, whatever. You are allowed to do whatever. Oh, you're so close to getting the super shotgun. Congrats. I love getting things. Yes, we're 18 away, and then we'll have 50, and then I'll probably do like a stream special for that. I actually might make the making fun of my childhood crushes as either the 40 follower special or the 50 follower special, just so I have like a goal to be working towards for that. So that'll be something fun we can do. And all of that stuff. So anyway, thank you guys for being guests or being part of guild friendship here with me today. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening and a wonderful rest of your week. If I see you again next time, 50 is way better, methinks. Yep, see you guys on Tuesday. Thank you guys so much. And 50, if you guys want me to do it for 50, we can wait till 50. That's totally cool with me. So I'm going to go ahead and send you guys to... Am I able to raid Joko? Yes, so we will be raiding Joko tonight. He's someone I appreciate dearly, so thank you guys all so much. I will get all of that ready, unless he just went offline. Did he just go offline? Okay, so we're gonna cancel that actually, because I don't think he's online anymore. I don't know why it showed up as one I could raid then. That's so rude. I really love... Okay, so we'll raid Boo the Rat then. Okay, so go ahead and hop in, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. I love you all lots. And I will see you guys on Tuesday, or the next time you guys are able to come. It's really cool with me. Bye!